Okay, so I know the past few videos actually have been about Luna, but I want to just start delving into how this whole experience has really started affecting me. So basically, Luna's been really sick, and I found her in a time that I had gone through a breakup. I immediately went to Portugal to go hike, which was amazing, and I'm really happy I did that. I got to really deal with some stuff on my own. And then shortly when I got back, I met my friends and I went to Croatia and Montenegro, which was really, really, really fun, and made me also realize how I have some amazing friends who I really, really miss in the US. And it was just a nice break. It was also just nice to be out and just see other cultures and get out of Tel Aviv for a little bit. But when I got back, I didn't my mom was here actually, my parents were here. And I think I had a come down because I missed my friends, but I think I also had been distracting myself from a lot of different emotions that I wasn't really letting myself feel, because I've always been the type that, I'm really strong in general. I don't really let things affect my daily life, and I just kind of plow through things. And I've always been this really determined, motivated person who doesn't really let things get in my way, which I never thought was a bad thing. I still don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that it all has to be done in moderation and when it's appropriate. And but anyway, so during this process, I really wanted a dog. I was I knew I wanted something, not something, I wanted a dog because I've always wanted one, and I just felt this was the perfect time. It was I felt ready for the responsibility. I wanted this I wanted to feel this type of unconditional love and to really see what I was capable of. In the end, I did adopt a dog. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. Everyone's yeah, a dog's a lot of work. I didn't understand until I adopted a dog who actually happened to be sick. I didn't know when I got her that it was going to be like that. Doesn't matter. I really love her. I'm very attached to her. She's my life. But what I'm learning through this process is she has this disease that's this big question mark, right? I don't know when she's going to get better, if she'll get better. I have no idea. And for a while, I was getting so stressed out, and I literally was stopping my life. I was just, my whole life became just dedicated to Luna. But what it was also making me do was, yes, I was home a lot, and I was all of a sudden became this introverted person, and I normally am an extrovert. I'm always doing things. I'm doing a million things, keeping myself busy nonstop. And all of a sudden, I had to put things on hold, and I needed to really dedicate time to taking care of her. But what I realized through that process was that I needed to dedicate time to taking care of myself, something I haven't done, I think, my entire life. I've gone from studying really hard in school, having a job in college, to immediately out of college going and working in this huge company, being an auditor, feeling I'm on top of everything, living in Manhattan, partying, just really I exploded. I was doing everything. And then from there straight to I quit my job and I went right back to school, and I moved to Israel again, to go back to school to study nutrition. And then immediately I started working at a startup, and then I was having my own business at the same time. I got into a relationship, again, losing myself, never really exploring who I am. And I've always been on this path that either was something that was planned always. I never just did something unplanned. I'm a planner, and breaking out of that mindset, it's really stressful for me and really hard. Even when I was back in school, I got into bodybuilding, and I was all of a sudden doing a bikini competition and a fitness photo shoot. So I was always on this structured plan, routine, dieting, planning, cooking, organizing, never letting myself just rest for a second and figuring out what actually feels right for my body, what makes me feel good, what type of exercise do I really connect with. And at one point, I do remember feeling very connected to things and really knowing what I want to do, what mood I'm in, really feeling invigorated. And it's just been a really long time since I felt that. And through this process with Luna, I started really becoming in touch with what I need. So like as I'm helping her like rest and recover and do what she needs, like letting her also just like backing off and like letting her do her thing in recovery, I have to let myself do the same. And every day it's like I'm learning something new about myself. I'm learning what it is I'm passionate about or not passionate about, which has been really hard because I'm not working right now. I made the decision to stop working. I have a few clients left, but I'm not taking on new clients. It's something that was really hard for me to like admit out loud. It took a lot of emotional breakdowns to happen, like really hitting rock bottom, and letting myself just like fall apart, completely fall apart, vulnerable to everyone around me. And admitting that I just can't do everything anymore. I'm human. Like I can't do it. Using those words, even just saying I cannot take care of a sick dog. I cannot take care of myself. I cannot also take care of all my clients. I cannot cook for everyone. I just can't do it. And it was really hard to admit that out loud because my whole life I've always taken on this like maternal role and I've done everything for everyone. Anytime I can help, I'm always helping, or like I'll drop anything I'm doing to go run and do something for someone else. And I just realized for the longest time, I haven't done that for myself. And so anyways, I'm just like, I'll keep this one a little bit short before I get into some stuff I've been really like, I've had some like really good breakthroughs, which I want to share. But anyways, I just want to like get to the basis of this is that I just feel like while this whole process with Luna has been like really, really difficult, I've been tested. And it's the first time I'm letting myself truly feel. And it feels scary. It feels like I have anxiety about it sometimes because it's scary. Like it's scary feeling. I think the scariest feeling was when I felt really, I feel sometimes, I still do it, not as much anymore, but in the beginning I was feeling extremely empty. Like all of a sudden I just didn't have purpose anymore. Like what was the reason for getting up in the morning? Like, and it's not like me. I'm always been this like morning person who like jumps out of bed and who does all these a million things before like 8 a.m. and like then starts my day again. So feeling like I had no purpose, no reason to get up was really hard for me. Like I was actually staying up all night, which is the opposite of how I've ever been, and not wanting the morning to come, which is a really horrible feeling to all of a sudden feel. And the truth is that like Luna was giving me this reason to get up in the morning. Like I would just look forward to taking her on walks and like teaching her how to run. And that's been like something that's been really helping me a lot just to keep me going. But also I've been okay. It took me a while, but I've been okay with being okay with doing absolutely nothing. If I feel like staying in bed one morning, I'm staying in bed. If I don't want to do something, I'm just not doing it. But in the beginning, it was really scary. I felt like helpless. I felt like a bum. I felt like, what am I doing with myself? I'm like this waste of person. I'm like a waste of person on this planet. And to me, that goes against everything I ever felt like I believed in. I did my master's in child nutrition and intervention programs, and all I want to do is make a global impact and help. And for the first time, I like don't care about anything at all, and it's really scary. So just learning to be okay with having these feelings has been like my first step. And actually finally accepting it, it's helping me move on to the next step. And actually the past few mornings I do wake up with purpose, and it feels really good because now it feels like the purpose is really coming from within, not because I'm on a schedule or because I have to do this and this and that, or I have to get to work on time. Literally because it's coming from inside of me, like this internal drive. Like I have a reason to wake up in the morning. I love life. I've always loved life. So feeling all of a sudden like, what's the point, was just this really scary feeling. But I need to feel it from inside of me. I need to feel like, not because my parents taught me or because I learned it from someone or because I see everything on social media happening around me. I need to really feel that I want to live this fulfilled life, and what's the real meaning behind it.